This episode of the Switchpoint podcast is sponsored by Industrial Rail Journal. IRJ was created to shine light on one of the most important but often overlooked sectors of the rail industry, industrial rail operations. From chemical plants and steel mills to grain terminals and transload facilities, thousands of businesses rely on rail infrastructure every single day. Industrial Rail Journal was built to highlight the people, operations, safety, and infrastructure that keep the rail industry moving. Learn more at industrialrailjournal.com.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Switchpoint powered by Axiom. I'm your host, Joe Poro. If you are not yet following us, please be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you watch or listen to the show. This week's episode is an Off the Rails episode, and we are joined by two of our very own. We have Vegas and we have Harlee. Both great teammates, and we got a lot of fun. So we'll start with you, Vegas. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. This is not my first time, but I am not sick this time, so it's going to be a lot better. I'm the marketing director at Axiom, and I've kind of explained what I did in the last episode, so I don't really want to re-explain it.
All right.
But you can go back and watch the old one, too.
All right. Thanks for the above.
I couldn't even tell that you were sick in the last one.
I was ill. I was ill.
You did such a good job still.
No, that's when I was like going to throw up. When I was like fighting for my life and everybody's like,
Oh my God.
I was like, do you guys smell something burning? And Joe's like, she's pregnant. And I was like, I'm not pregnant, thank you.
Harlee, why don't you tell us about yourself? Welcome to the podcast. And what do you do for Axiom?
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited. It is my first podcast. So thankfully I have two returnees to kind of lead me through the entire scenario. But I am our contracting and customer success specialist. I kind of serve as our opportunity support in kind of a sense, but yeah.
So as the customer success role, I guess, walk us through that. What does that do?
Yeah, so I will take cold, kind of disregarded customers that no longer have an interest in our services and rekindle their interest back into wanting our services in a sense, whether, they may not be initially interested in track inspections or audits, but it could be our enrollment or our new classes that we currently have going on. With contracting, I usually directly contact the customer when I send out a contract as well as when they sign the contract. So I'm their first kind of touch base to introducing other team members like accounting and Jess, project coordinator.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, that's, I think, a great role for you, just knowing your work habits and your personality. You're very meticulous and you're very forthcoming. So having you as kind of, either the last one on our team to touch somebody on the way out, like why weren't we able to earn your business at this point and redirect them, or be the first point of contact, beyond sales and say, hey, I'm your new point of contact. I'm going to walk you through this whole process of onboarding and getting all your paperwork together. And I think that's really key to have you sit in both of those roles because you know how it's going to,
Yeah, and that's absolutely what I love about my job is working adjacent to all of the departments. I'm not just working adjacent to sales. I'm working directly with Tina, accounting. I'm working with Jess, project coordinator. I mean, I just had a meeting with Vegas yesterday. I love that close-knitness in a sense, just because it provides me with so much experience in learning. So I love it.
Her meetings can get kind of loud with the laughs.
So
I think that's the point.
It's not my fault. And everybody loves it, okay? If I wasn't here, you guys would be sad and bored all day. All day.
We would be.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I know.
Okay, so I guess diving a little bit more into the customer relationship side, what is it that you think, that helps us stand out other than having you as our customer success? Like, what does great customer relationship look like to you?
Being personable, for sure. Of course, everyone is an opportunity in being a customer, has the opportunity in being a customer, but addressing everyone as a human being before a dollar sign is really important. Asking them how their day is before getting into the entire services spiel is extremely important to developing that trust and relationship that can, last for 1 to 5 years down the road.
I like that. You know, and I think that embodies us quite well. We get to know people on a personal level.
Absolutely.
You know, whether that's over the phone from sales, you know, Jake will sit there and talk with people and, you know, or whether that's getting out on site and shaking hands and remembering these people's names. You know, I think that personality, it really embodies who we are because we care most about the end user, about the customer, and not just locking someone into a contract like some of the other businesses do. You know, like the contract on our side isn't so much to hook and keep a customer like other businesses use it. It's to help us with our insurance, right? To make sure that, yes, this was all contractual work. This is all laid out in the scope and the scale of when and what we're performing and where. That's more or less, I think, you know, why our contracts stand out. And then, of course, having you at bat, you know, that's
tailoring ourselves to our customers is the absolute most important thing. Providing that independence in a sense.
What would you say if you had to be your own boss and grade yourself? What do you think stands out the most about what you do in the role of either customer success or contracting, either one? How would you grade yourself, and what do you think impressions you leave?
I would give myself an A-. Not a perfect score, but absolutely.
But pretty close.
A high one.
Okay,
I think that's good,
agree.
though. That's solid.
I
agree.
love that.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
About how good you are?
Why?
Tell me more.
What makes it an A?
Joe does that all the time. I'm like, your truck's really high off the ground. He's like, tell me more. I'm like,
All right. I don't have that much of a...
Yeah, I would grade myself pretty high. There's always moments for increasing my experience. And that's why I love, like I said previously, working adjacent to everyone, because there's always moments where I can constantly learn something new or take a bit of advice or learning experience from someone else. But I think the best thing that I do is how tedious I am. I very much want everything to be like not shy from perfect, which has its pros and cons because I can become a little obsessive about things and maybe working on it a little too much.
Yeah.
Where I lose focus on the bigger picture. It's like when you come into my office and you get my brain spinning with, you know, A, B, and C different tasks, and then I make that my full front.
It's like your persona. It's like what you...
Yeah, that's what I focus on instead of maybe what's a little more important in the moment. But like I said, there's pros and cons to it.
Well, I like that. I think that's a really great grade. I'd give you the same thing. You know, I think you're an A plus, right? It's the confidence that carries, I think, in that role. And when customers sign on, they don't know what it is that next steps are, you know, and you have to be confident to navigate these, you know, multi-million-dollar companies. You know, some of them are way, way up there in value. And you have to be the point of contact that navigates them through our process because they don't know what to expect. They're getting hit from, wow, we've done this for, you know, a while, and, you know, maybe we hurt somebody. Now we are relying on a third party to get us trained, compliant, and then now we have to do all of the billing, the AR, the AP, the contracting, and you're that front line that navigates them through that, and that takes a confident person. So if you would have said, you know, I think I give myself a C, which you didn't, of course, because you're not that person, then that ultimately would tell me, like, that's not the right person for that role because you're so customer facing. It's not just, you know, like, hey, I'm trying to sell you something. It's like, okay, come on. I got to lead you to the next steps type of thing.
Right. How can I make your job easier?
Yeah.
And for a lot of these companies, maybe in the moment, they don't think it's that important.
That's right.
But when you start to show that you can take some things off of their plate rather than, oh, well, I have to schedule this, or now I have to do this with my guys, that's not how you should be looking at it. Down the line, that will make your job outright easier.
Yeah.
And honestly, make it safer.
I agree. Vegas, what makes somebody great at marketing?
Marketing isn't just like making pretty things. I think that's like really misconstrued. It's also, you know, following what content you're making, what is working, what's not working, and kind of keeping track of that. Joe has started to make me pull up our numbers in our meeting every single week. And it's like, well, what posts are doing good? What videos are working? What's not working? And then we kind of build off of that. So as much as it is like creating and designing, it's also following patterns as well. I've kind of done a lot of different things in this role that maybe aren't marketing related, but I kind of make sure that everybody in the office is having a good time just because that's part of my marketing role is that I'm making everything look nice, but I'm also making everybody feel nice. I just like it to be a nice place.
That's my favorite part for sure.
In general. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do a great job, throwing events and the parties and all that stuff and the planning. And then, of course, working with Tom and helping manage, his social media and all that stuff that he does for us too. You wear a lot of hats. And I think that fits your personality very well. You're a go-getter. Thanks. And, that's what we want. And I think Tom is a great support role for you.
Oh, he's amazing. I love having Tom. He literally saves my life in so many forms. I'm like, I can't do this. Yesterday, I was having a breakdown. I was talking a million miles a minute. I was like, I have to do this pull-down banner, but I can't do the pull-down banner until I get to the... and I just kept going.
It was stressing me out.
And going, and I was getting blown up. And Tom was like, can I, help you with anything? Yeah. I was like, yes, please.
I'm always here for you. I got you.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And he really takes the reins on it. And it is amazing and makes my life so much easier.
I love that. That's kind of what we were talking about on the last episode, Off the Rails with Jess and Tina. And, it's about the closeness that we all have as a family and how we are all here to support each other. Even Jake, who y'all haven't met yet, our sales guy, he and I sat down yesterday and we were talking and he said, he's like, I love this place. He's like, this is the first real job that I love coming to because he feels like family already. And it's like, yeah, we wouldn't have let you come on board if we didn't like you. You can have all the qualifications, but if you're not big on a company culture and the team doesn't like you, then you're not coming on board.
I think that's something that more people need to understand about Axiom is that you're not just doing one interview or 2 interviews. So the first one will be a phone call and then you come in. And then the third one that you don't know about is the interview that we all have with each other about you. And most of the time it's great, but just know that
Mean Girls.
I love that.
Well, we all talk. We're like, do you fit in?
That.
Would they be a good fit for us? Would they get along with us with our personalities? And I think that's a very great question to ask because all of us get along really well. And we have a smaller team in Hudson anyways. And it's really important that we all get along really well so that we can be comfortable asking people for opinions. Just yesterday, I pulled Jess into my office. I was like, this banner is pissing me off. Can you come look at it and tell me that it doesn't look ugly? If I wasn't comfortable with somebody else, I probably wouldn't have brought them into my office. Yeah. And then it would have just looked ugly.
Yeah.
But I fixed it and it doesn't look ugly anymore.
Our offices are up at the front where it's more inviting, I think. And then Harlee, congrats on moving out of the hallway.
I'm very happy.
Into the main.
Even though Joe B is now in that office.
He's got to, because his classroom is all right here.
But I hated it.
Yeah.
At first, I was convincing myself that I loved it. And then I just started to get lonely. And people would have conversations out in the common area. And I'm just saying, I like that too, or I'm interested in that too.
Yeah, when we would leave for the day, we would be like, bye. And then we'd be like, bye, Harlee. And she'd be like, bye.
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I would leave and I'd be like, oh shit.
I forgot.
Harlee's still
I just
here.
outright forgot.
I'm still here.
Like, uh-oh.
But that office does have double windows to kind of make up for it.
Yeah, but since it's faced on this side of the building, the sun coming up, it just became a greenhouse.
Yeah.
And so
why didn't you put your bird feeders on those windows?
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Okay, I didn't have that idea just yet.
So for those of y'all who don't know, which is everybody, right? Harlee's got bird feeders on her window and they're awesome. She's sticky, put them, I don't know, suction cupped them on the outside of the window. She's got a couple ones and she's got birds that sit there and just eat. And it's the most Ohio thing ever. It's the most
now
Midwest
they're really,
looking
really
office.
Comfortable with me. But in the beginning, I would just be at my computer and just slowly look over just so I wouldn't scare any of them away. Now it's gotten to the point where they're maybe a little too comfortable.
Yeah.
I have one bird that will almost flap against the window at times.
Oh my God, he loves you.
No, he loves the food.
Oh.
It's an incentive.
I like
That's
birds.
funny. I would like to get something like that for, I think, maybe
I put
my window.
in a request for everyone to choose bird feeders in the office. So if you want a big bird feeder, you can have big bird seed.
Wait, we're buying everybody bird feeders?
Yes.
Surprise!
All right.
This is how I'm introducing it. But I already filled out a form. I think we should absolutely do it.
All right.
I love that.
It would be so much fun.
So did you personally buy your bird feeder?
I did, yes.
Okay, just wondering.
Yes.
Just wondering for...
Harlee's like, I love it. We should buy it for everyone.
Well, Tina will come into my office and she'll say, oh my gosh, there's a bird. Oh, it's so cute. and other ones will come around. Even Jacob will, his mom absolutely loves like bird watching. And he will come to my office and say like, oh, did you see the Oriole that came by? Or
That's so funny.
Oh, he knows
I didn't know he was. I didn't know he was like
that
an
one's
avid
blue,
bird
that one's
watcher.
red, and that one is Lovey.
yes.
Ornithological expert. Okay. All right. So, Tom, you got some fun icebreakers stuff on here.
That's one of my favorite things to do for these shows.
Okay.
So
I'm going to ask you first because your question is fun. What are your morning routines?
Oh boy, it genuinely depends upon the day, how I'm feeling, how much sleep I've gotten. I will normally roll out of bed. Now I've got this big king bed now, and there's minimal space in our new house that we live in. And so I kind of have to like roll myself out of bed because there's very minimal space to move. So I will proceed to roll myself out of bed like a roly-poly. And I'm myself am someone who will shower before I get breakfast and then rush to get breakfast together.
What's your go-to breakfast?
Oh boy,
Great question.
it's a really good question. If I am like running on minimal time, it'll either just be a classic like a cereal. I love me like with like Honey Nut Cheerios, Honey Bunches of Oats kind of vibes. Sometimes if I want some more protein, I'll do like a hard-boiled egg situation. Quick, easy, nothing too crazy.
Nothing quick about a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
well,
you have to
I mean,
boil
Are
it
they
for like 10 minutes. and
pre-peeled?
then
Like, are you
peel
buying
it.
them peeled or are you peeling them yourself?
I didn't
No.
know you could do that. I saw
Yes,
that in
you
the
can.
store the
I've
other
done
day. That
it.
is
Can't
so
stand that.
fucking gross.
They're really like
can't
they're really
stand that.
gross, but if you really need them,
I am not going to buy a bag
I am judging
of
anyone
eggs.
that
I've
has
done it.
pre-peeled
And I'd probably do it
boiled
again.
eggs in their cart.
That's gross.
And it's usually someone that's like buying 3 like 6-packs of soda or
Felt
12
that.
packs.
I don't do that, and I've definitely bought
That's
them.
just like sad divorced dad.
My bad.
People watching at the
Like
grocery store
pickles
is
and
the best.
eggs and a 6-pack of beer. Just leaving Walmart with that. I can 100% see.
Oh, easy.
Don't knock it till
exactly.
you try it.
Okay, so you do maybe a hard-boiled egg.
Like a
I'm sorry.
hard-boiled eggs if I'm feeling in the in the mood for it or whatnot. I'll do coffee. We'll do just to kind of keep it relatively on the healthier side ish. We actually have like flavor syrups that we'll use. Do how many pumps we want, and then add some half and half in that. And that's how we do like the creamer in the morning. So I think right now we've got a coconut, an English toffee.
I got like
I
a full
love-
breakfast bar.
Yeah.
Or like
I
a
love
coffee bar, I mean.
coconut in my coffee. Coconut
we
in
have
the coffee is so
never had that.
good.
So
You have
good.
to.
And then we also have a pistachio flavoring as well, which is
I don't
nice.
like
And we'll switch it
pistachio.
out. Once I have that together, I mean, it's not too much. I mean, I'll do, of course, my hair product that I'll put in my
Gotta
hair.
do the hair in the
I've got to
morning.
do the hair in the morning. I have to every single day.
got
I just get greasy hair really fast.
I can relate. I got you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get greasy hair and I'm like, I need to make sure it's washed and get that taken care of. What else? I got a moisturizer that I put on.
Dude,
Yeah,
is
like a
it-
full
what is it?
ass
What do you use?
routine
La
that you
Roche
do.
Posay.
Oh my gosh. You
Oh,
got
yeah.
fancy stuff.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 different versions too. I've got an SPF version and then a regular version. And if I'm going to be
Sunscreen
oh
all the
yeah,
way.
and if I'm going to be outside, I'll do the
I
SPF version.
I don't use sunscreen.
But I say you're going to look.
I'm
like,
sorry. I'm one of those people
leathery.
where it's like, what's going to get you first, the chemicals or the sun? Because I'm choosing sun.
I mean, I
But
guess that's fair.
That's
Yeah.
just me
Like,
Yeah.
Skin cancer is like almost guaranteed though.
for everyone.
Not really.
I've actually gotten
Yeah,
2
really.
things removed from.
Well, that's because you got checked.
That's fair.
That's true.
All right, Harley, what do you do in the morning?
Checked.
What's your morning routine?
Okay, morning routine for myself is I don't do breakfast, which sad, but I will just have coffee here. So that's filling enough. It's fine. And we have a great pantry just filled with snacks.
I'm only allowed to get coffee here. Madison was like, "Don't you come in with other coffee?"
She did
She's
ban
like,
him.
"I
She
make
literally banned
coffee
you.
for you here."
Well, she's proud of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, you should drink the coffee here. And it's good. Don't you bring in that fancy
Yeah,
coffee
I used to
anyways?
until she yelled at me.
Lavazza?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no. Well, I do different coffees and stuff at home, but not since she yelled at me and told me to drink the Lavazza that we have here. That's our coffee. We used to have, what was the blue one? that we-
Maxwell.
Maxwell House.
Tastes
Yeah.
like dirt. Talk about
That was-
dirt.
that was the
That
old-
just
burnt.
bad.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
the old
god,
office
it's worse
coffee.
than Folgers. It's really bad.
Yeah, I can't drink Folgers. It tastes like chemicals.
Well, any of
they're both
those
bad.
bulk
Lavazza's about the lowest I'll
coffees
go.
are
and
gross.
it's-
I drink Dunkin' Dark. That's what my dad
You
makes.
should love yourself.
And
more.
my dad makes it. No. It's so good. My dad will make it. And I used to like literally
I've had one of the
every time I go
Dunkins
home, it's like,
before.
oh,
It's pretty
daddy made his
good.
coffee. And it's like, yay. And we all like go get coffee.
That's
It's seriously,
so
it's the
cute.
best thing ever. His coffee is so good. And it's because it's so strong. And it almost tastes like a little bit burnt, but that's why I like it.
That's adorable.
So you get coffee, and that's your only
I'm sorry.
routine?
No. So
Like, I just
We're getting-
redirecting the
we're
question.
getting off track. I'm sorry. I'm having so much fun.
I have issues, guys.
So yeah, I'll wake up. I don't eat breakfast. I will shower, then blow dry my hair, do my hair, get dressed before, makeup. Sometimes I'll pick up in the living room because these pillows they're down pillows. And every single time that I wake up,
What's a down pillow?
it's like down feathers.
Like
Feathers.
it's like is it
Okay.
is it goose feathers? Goose feathers?
I think
Just-
they are goose
yeah.
feathers, but they'll just look really flat in the morning. So I'll fluff them every so often.
You make your bed every morning?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think Vegas makes her bed in the morning.
This is a lot. The fact that you're picking up your living room when you wake up is enough for me.
Well, it bothers me before I leave because it's like
You
when
wanna come
go on
home to a nice
vacation.
house.
Yeah, when you go on vacation,
I do the same thing to my living room.
You have to take the trash out. You
Wait, what did you say?
when you go on vacation.
Oh, that's different. You're leaving for like a week.
Well,
yeah, but you still
I'm
want to come
still
home to
coming
like a
home.
nice house.
Now I want to come home to the house that I live in.
For like me, Jordan makes the bed. So like I get that. You
yeah,
know,
I make the bed, and then I just usually leave the house
Okay.
at a decent
That
time.
doesn't sound like
so I
too.
can- No,
So why were
I
you
mean-
so late this morning?
I was not late. It was 8:59, and
Because I got to hear at the same time as her. We stepped out of the vehicles at the
And
same
at
time.
least I got
Yeah.
out of the car fast enough for you to hold the door open. Because last time Joe got out of his car and I'm like, I don't want him to hold the door open for me. And
Yeah.
do you know when someone holds the door open for you and you're all the way back somewhere else and you're
run.
like, oh, this is awkward. Now I have to run.
I'll make a decision before
Yeah.
the door. I'll shut the door real quick.
You should
Right,
now.
I'm
Kill it and slam right in your face.
I mean, if you're, like within earshot, I'll hold the door. I'll wait. But, if I see you like
Yeah.
dilly-dallying in the car or whatever,
Yeah.
She
So I
knows
did
the
that
door
on
code.
purpose.
Sometimes I do. I do dilly-dally in the car on purpose if somebody's walking in.
See, I told you.
I do. I'll sit there for an extra 5 minutes just to avoid it.
All right, Vegas, what is your morning routine?
So typically I wake up and I always set 2 alarms. Some people wake up to 1 alarm. I always have 2 because I have to have a warning before I actually have to get up. So my first alarm goes off at like
That's real.
7:15 and then my second one goes off at like 7:30. Sometimes
I
I'll
hate
push
that
it to
so much.
7:45. However, I wake up and then I get up, I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and then I go pee and then I don't wash my face in the morning, which is, what is it called? When they're like,
Gross?
no,
Yes.
when it's like an opinion, but it's like a thought. It's like
A
something
choice.
opinion. No, something opinion.
No.
It's like, what is it? It's
I'm not following.
Or
oh my
give
God,
me more context
unpopular
clues.
opinion.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
that was so
I'm like, give me more context clues.
unpopular opinion. Or hot take too. I was mixing the 2. Hot take. I have very, very sensitive skin, so I can't wash my face in the morning too. But I use a spray. It's called hypochlorous acid. It essentially gets rid of the bacteria on your skin. So I use that on my face, and then I do my milky toner. It's from Bioma, and then I do a hydrating serum that's also from Bioma, and then usually I'll leave it at that. And then I do my makeup, and then sometimes I do my hair. Sometimes I just dry shampoo it. Girls gotta live. And did I say that I get dressed? I get dressed.
I know, I forgot to say that part and brushing my
Oh
teeth.
yeah, I kind of forgot about
I
that
don't
too.
eat breakfast because skinny. Just kidding. I just don't eat breakfast. I come here and I get coffee. Like we said, that's enough for me. I'm cool. And then I usually run out the door and then I get in my car and then I drive here. Yeah.
Okay. Mine's not too bad. I do 1 alarm. 'Cause I'm an adult.
Okay.
Gym at 5:30
I do
or
too,
leave for
don't
the gym
worry.
at 5:30.
Recently.
Finish up. Yeah. For this last week. That's kind of my on and off time. It varies. Like the other day I didn't go in the morning, so I went after work. But it's nice in the morning because there's not a lot of people there. And then when I get home, I'll wake the kids up, get coffee started for everybody, make breakfast for everyone. And I don't really eat breakfast a whole lot anymore. Trying to lose weight, and breakfast tacos are not the healthiest thing. But if I do eat a breakfast, it's probably like a Jimmy Dean thing or like a breakfast taco. And then come to work. I guess I shower after the gym too, and then do all my hair and
I'm a night shower.
beautification stuff.
Yes.
I shower at night.
Yeah.
Do you do it? Do you shower like at night and then again in the morning?
No.
I do that. I'll shower at night before I go to bed.
Usually, I prefer showering at night.
Yeah.
I always shower. I can't go to sleep unless I shower at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it at night, and then after I get home, I'll do it in the morning. But yeah, also the other day, I was walking up to the front door, and a duck flew out of our bushes and scared the shit out of me. Because
Are they still
and I
there?
thought, I thought it was 7 eggs, but it's actually 11. We have
my
a duck
God.
with
Oh my
11
gosh.
eggs that just made a nest right there on our, like up to the front porch, the little
We're gonna have
sidewalk
some
up to the front porch.
hatchlings
Yeah.
in your front yard.
Cute.
I know.
That's
all the
so
kids were like,
fun.
"Can we name it?" And I was like, "No," because then you're gonna want to
Why?
keep. Because they are gonna want to keep it.
Oh.
We already had the 2 guinea pigs that had to go,
I think
We had the rabbit
you're
that had to
here.
go.
You
Yeah.
need to be here.
and we're not getting a duck.
That triggered him.
with a bunch.
Genuinely.
I'm
He's
done
like,
with,
no
I'm done with the
animals.
I'm done with the animals at the house.
But you missed
Um,
the rabbit. You
I do
mentioned
miss
that.
him.
Philip.
Yeah, I do miss Philip, which is weird. I didn't think I would. I mean, I don't miss the sneezing and the hair everywhere.
Just get
But-
something hypoallergenic.
Like a hairless cat.
No, that's gross.
They are.
My
I can't
sister-in-law
stand
had
them.
one of
I
those.
can't stand
It's
that.
Oh,
when
they're
they fight each other,
ugly.
it just sounds like smacking because there's no.
Bears
Fur.
underground cat fighting do you go to? Just cat slapping. That's hysterical.
horrendous. If I heard cats slapping
So
each other's
funny.
bare skin,
You don't have the fur to like buffer out any of the noise.
Okay.
ew. That's ill.
So that's gross, but it's funny. So, Tom, you got us here on the next segment, which is funny and real stories. And I think the viewers will appreciate this. Some of the weirdest customer interactions that we've ever had. I think one of the weirdest ones that I've ever run into was probably 2 people that were fighting each other, and it had escalated into a physical altercation at one of our customer sites. And this was in the middle of the class.
Oh.
And
Jeez.
I thought about taking command of the room and just like, hey, that's enough. Y'all go to one side or the other. And I went the other route. I just kind of leaned back and watched them go.
No.
And then they were just going at it. And then the winner got to stay in the class. And so the guy
That's
who
what
lost,
you said. You're like, winner.
That's
Yeah,
not
the guy who,
weird.
like, got
That's
his ass
cruel and
whipped.
unusual
the
punishment.
guy who got his whipped, he was also the guy who started it.
Okay,
too,
but what
so,
area was this in?
Yeah.
This was in West Texas.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess that's
yeah,
fine.
that checks.
So
Yeah.
like everyone just kind of leaned back and watched the shit show.
See, if it was here, you would have got sued.
Yeah,
But
probably.
down there, maybe it's fine.
Probably.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But like he came back the next day or whatever, and then everyone was just fine. We all had like kolaches and stuff in the morning. And
That's the best thing about, I think, like
Or
boys.
donuts.
Like whenever like
I was
they're
about to
in
say, what are
like friendships or whatever,
kolaches?
they can like
it's a Southeast
beef it
Texas.
out and like
Oh.
tussle, and girls are just like, "Me, I hate you," and then it just
I don't
like,
know. I've had
continues
some
forever.
women get like really pissed off. Like,
You just have a weird life.
dude,
You've lived 9 lives and you might be on your last one. Like,
yes,
for being real.
100%.
Oh,
Okay, so that was my
God.
weird story. Harlee, what about you?
I had to think about this one because I haven't really had too many weird interactions. I would say the weirdest, though, was some ruckus with a gatekeeper that I originally had.
Some ruckus.
Yeah.
What
Some,
are you talking about? Gatekeeper?
so, gatekeeper, receptionist.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Gatekeeper. Before you get to like the decision maker. So, I was building a rapport with this lady, and at one point I heard in the background, like, who the hell is that? I'm like, wait, what
Probably
is
call some
going
guy's
on?
like personal phone.
And
His wife's bitching you.
I know, I have to talk to my wife first about making a
Lower
decision.
your voice. She's on the other
I
side.
know, and I was
You lower your voice when you're
concerned.
talking to
like,
me.
I mean, I couldn't see her, so it's not like a blink twice scenario. It's
Yeah.
just, it's just
Blink twice if you need
her
help.
talking. But I actually heard a scuffling happening.
Oh my
like
God.
he took the phone from her, and he was like, "Who is this?"
Dang.
So he thought that she was getting a call.
I mean, she was getting a call. I was talking to her.
No, but like from a man.
Maybe she was a new reception and he was just trying to like
Oh, help her.
I
Maybe
guess,
she
but
didn't know
are
she was
you
getting-
an employer or are you?
dude, some
Your-
bosses
her
are like
leader.
some people are like that. Some bosses are like really intense.
Well,
like
she
that.
needs to
You've been
file a
intense like that.
lawsuit.
I have never snatched anything from anyone's hand.
Yeah, snatching's
No,
just
you've never snatched.
too far. No.
You've never snatched, but you've been aggressive.
Yeah.
But to be fair, what y'all think is aggressive is not. Like,
Mm.
was it you that was in my office in Jess when I was yelling for Jake?
No,
It was
I wasn't.
me.
in
It was you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It just got loud. So me and Jess were like, I feel
But he was like
overstimulated.
3 offices down. And so she was like, oh my God, Joe's mad.
Well, I did
They were
that.
just yelling to get his attention. Like
Oh my
guys just sometimes
gosh.
we get loud, but it's not really, you know, we're not mad. We're just trying to get somebody's attention.
Well, see, I do that though, and people are like, "Why are you yelling?" And I'm like, "I'm
Woman,
not
you're
yelling.
loud
I'm
all the
just
time."
talking." But the other day, I
love
did
it.
do that because when me and Joe just got back from Rancy last week, and so it was this huge conference. We had a great time. I forgot to give Tina any receipts of anything that happened there.
Yeah.
And so I was in Tina's office, just chit-chatting, whatever, having a good time. And Joe decides that he wants to ruin my time because he hates me. And so he starts texting Tina on our messaging app, and he's like, Vegas failed at getting the receipts. Like, she's at fault. Da-da-da-da.
He always
And
needs
I
to have a
literally was just
scapegoat.
like, I sat there and
That's
I go,
what it is.
what does
It's
that
not
say?
personal.
And Tina slowly turns to me, and I go, Joseph! I just
Yeah,
scream.
it's not personal.
And I
just, you know.
didn't hear anything. And I went
I'm
over there, and he
dead.
was like, hey.
Mm.
Yeah, now you know the heat that I get.
Yeah.
Tina is always let down when I travel. She's like, where's my receipts?
Well,
That's why I told her we need the Zoho app to scan stuff. You
That-
know?
Jess called you out though. You just got to take a photo and then send a text
Yeah,
message.
I know, but then I don't want like a bunch of photos like saved on my phone of like
could
random
It seems
delete
like
receipts.
them
nothing, but in the
after.
moment,
Like,
though, it
in-
actually was hard to remember. Like, we
No,
made it the
that's
whole way
fair.
there, and I was like, we didn't get any receipts
Yeah.
for gas.
you guys were having too
Like,
much fun.
We were
It was a
having
lot of
so much fun.
talking.
I would not shut
I'm
up.
so jealous.
Nobody knew that it was possible for somebody to talk for 14 hours straight, and it was me.
Hey,
It got
my
to
name
a
is
point
Vegas, like the
where,
city.
seriously, it got to a point where I was sitting there in the car, and I was like looking at the window, and Joe's like doing whatever, and I'm like, I really like cows, and I look at him, I go, cheese on mine.
I think the only thing I ever
What did
Yeah.
you say?
I said, cheese on mine.
No.
And then I was talking to him, and I would look over, and he'd be ignoring me. I'd be like, I'm sorry, am I talking to you? Or,
I think the only thing I ever said was just like, wow, that's a really pretty view.
yeah, he's like, that's so
I must have
pretty.
said it like 4 or 5 times. I was like, yeah, that's really pretty. I was like, look at that, it's really pretty. And she's like,
I love it. You're just the entire time
Yeah,
the
it was
narrator
funny.
of
I
their story.
love to entertain. So one thing that they don't prepare you for as a woman in corporate America is the messages that you get on LinkedIn.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't
Every
gonna mention
woman
this.
needs to be like aware of this, that you need to don't be afraid to block people on LinkedIn because they get weird and they get crazy. So me and Joe had my yearly review, and he was like, well, what's something that you want to work on like this next year? And I said, well, something I want to work on is I make a lot of connections on LinkedIn because I have to invite people to our company page, and, you know, it's just part of the job. So I was like, I really want to start, you know, having conversations with the people that I'm connecting with. I don't want it to just be an empty connect. Hey, great to connect. Yeah, you too. Bye. So I was like, okay, let me start having conversations with these people. Okay, like let's give them the time of day. So this guy, he not adds me, he connects with me, and I was like, hey, like, how's it going? And he was like, oh, it's so good. Like, how's the weather? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's storming here. It's so sad. Like, whatever, it's nasty. I was like, I can't wait to go to Florida. And he was like, if you ever need a place to stay.
It always goes from talking about the weather to you should come and hang out at my house
He was
down
like-
in Florida.
Yeah, he was
Right,
like,
that was
you can
this
come
one.
stay with me anytime you want.
This was the snowstorm that you're talking
Yes,
about.
and he was like, if you ever need a place to stay, like, I'm great company. I was like,
Oh my God.
I'm gonna block you now because
like a
I'm
warm
terrified.
place to stay or something.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
the most
what?
Yankee like invite
Oh
ever.
my
like,
gosh. And if you
some
talk about winter,
1800s
they're like,
snow
I could keep
cabin.
you warm.
Yeah, like, you know, they're like, I have candles at my house to keep you warm. We can light a fire.
That's so gross.
I have plenty of blankets. It's like,
so
no, I have
gross.
a gun.
I have a gun.
I'd be flattered if somebody was like, "You need a place to stay."
That's because you're a man. You're not afraid.
Yeah, I
You're a
guess.
man. You're not a woman.
I guess. I mean,
don't get
is
it.
it a nice house? What am I walking into?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's weird. All right, Tom, why don't you lead us into some of your fun questions that you have?
Oh yeah, so I got a couple going on. You know, I kind of wanted to know, like, so what were some of your funniest like miscommunication stories that you've had, like talking to customers, whether it's something that they misconstrued that you've said or something that you've misconstrued something that they've said?
I think I have told somebody that I was like, don't worry, you know, we'll take care of it and we'll eat the cost on whatever it was. And I think it was a matter of maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple $100, $500-$600 worth of supplies. I was like, we'll give that to you for free. And they just automatically assumed that every order was going to be free. And so they called me up again and they were like, hey, we need some more of this. And I was like, okay, well, why don't you order it through the website or whatever, or we'll give you a discount code. And then they would call me back again and they would say, hey, you know, I thought you told us that this was going to be free. It's like,
that is not how
we're not going to continuously
not
supply
how
you with free
works.
stuff. So I've kind of learned to rein. Tina's like, she's like, help me walk back my language a little bit. She's like, stop with the free, stop with the discounts, stop with whatever,
You
because it
have
throws
an issue
everything
with
off.
that. He
I
really
do.
does.
Well, because I want, you know, I
Well,
want
you're so generous.
businesses, I want
To sell
businesses
better,
to thrive.
yeah.
Well, I want them
Yes.
to thrive. You know, I want these people to have the stuff they need. So it's like, one, I'm not going to lose
Understandable.
business over $500 or $600, you know,
Of
but
course.
and do the whole nickel and dime game back and forth. It's like, but two, also your employees need that. Let's get that for them.
Mhm.
You know, that's our whole goal. But yeah,
Right.
you know, I think that was a huge miscommunication on my part. Was a customer expected to just keep receiving free shit.
One of my old professors, one of my favorites that I had his favorite like mantra, his favorite like thing. And it always says, you know, there's not always like common sense in common sense. And
True.
and it's 100% true where it's like, you know, this doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
Why are you thinking, yeah, you know, I can get away with getting this for free. It's a
Right.
business.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I think people see, you know, that
Yeah.
they get an inch, they want to take a mile type of thing.
That's
Mhm.
fair.
You know?
But at the same token, I mean, as I've gotten older, I've realized that there's a lot of stupid people in this world.
Oh my God, that's something that nobody
Yeah.
tells you.
But
is
it's
that
true.
So many people like lack common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense isn't
Like
common.
genuinely, like
Yeah.
they literally lack it.
And I'm still young, but as a lot of people are when they're younger as well, like they look to adults and they will see like, oh, these almost like all knowing beings, basically like, oh, as you get older, you will learn like everything about the world and you will know what's going on. And you get to be an adult and you realize more, like 3/4 of these people are the stupidest people in the
Nobody knows
entire
anything.
world.
I mean,
Like
I don't
it's
have a
kind
lot
of
of faith
crazy.
in people.
Yeah, I don't have a
in
lot of faith in
general.
people, but it's like it's funny because I, especially with coming from a customer service background, I see like genuine stupidity in people that they can't help it. This is like,
Mhm.
so I'm wondering in that situation where they're like, even, you know, thinking something for free, like they
Mhm.
could have read that and be like, yeah, wow, what a great business model for us. Free?
That's
Like,
why I could never be a waiter.
Customer
Because-
service.
Oh,
I
believe
think
me, it's
everybody
rough.
needs to work in customer service or the food industry.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Well,
could
you
not
wouldn't
do
last
it.
a
Oh
day.
my God.
Like if,
However,
you would
if
not
somebody
last
was
a day.
like, you know, is this Alfredo dairy free? No, mother.
you
it's-
get questions
Absolutely
like
not.
that
Get the hell outta
all
here.
the time.
Well,
all the
seriously,
time.
people don't let it go. So I used to be a server, and they were like, "Is this gluten free?" I said, "Well, does it have the GF next to it in the menu? Because that's gluten free."
I still don't know what gluten free means. I've been like, we were talking with Madison
don't
about that.
know.
I'm going to bring in jambalaya next week, and
Oh,
she
that
was,
sounds
I
so
don't
good.
know. She was like, well, is
She's
it
going
gluten
on,
free?
like, a gluten
probably
trial.
not. It's got
I
So,
heard.
but it's spicy though, so it's still high histamine, so
Oh,
it doesn't matter for her.
it's food. It's delicious.
Gluten, I don't know. It's in bread,
yeah.
and
Well,
apparently
yeah,
some
I mean, I'm
vegetables.
going to bring French bread with it too. So
Oh
Some
well,
vegetables. I don't.
yeah, I still
think
don't.
I
still
actually don't know what I'm
I
talking
don't-
about.
See, this is what the road trip was
Yeah,
like.
if I ever
love
start going on
this.
rampages,
Can I
just
go to
know,
the next conference
Yeah.
that Vegas is going to?
like I literally
please?
pull it out of my ass. Like,
I'm begging. I will hold that to you. I need that
Should
written
I
down.
stay? We'll
I'm
take
like,
Tom and
we were driving. Me and Joe were driving home, and we were behind this truck. I go, "Do you know what's in that? It's porta potties." He goes, "Really? Because it looks like a portable office."
Yeah, I was like, no, it's a mobile office.
I go, "No, it does porta potties." And he's like, "Well, let's see." He drives around it. It was an office, and I go,
Very clearly
"What?"
an office. There's a massive building on the back of a trailer. She's like, those are porta potties. No, they're not.
The world's fanciest porta potty.
Yeah.
I said,
we
I
drove,
don't know
we drove
anything.
past it for like 30 minutes because it was such a massive building.
If you say something confidently enough, everybody believes you.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've repeated things that people have said to me confidently, and some people are
I
like,
do that
"That's
too.
not right." And I'm like, "How
right.
do you know?"
Tom, you got another icebreaker on here.
I do, yeah. And this is one that I was thinking about, and I thought it would be a really fun one to kind of just pick your brains and see what you guys thought about it. But if Axiom had a reality TV show, what would you call it?
What would you call it?
I don't want to sound cliche with this because I'm just kind of using a cop out of sorts with this, but I think Off the Rails genuinely does fit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the overall vibe of who we are, how crazy we tend to get. I think Off the Rails would be funny, just the double entendre
Yeah.
of working in the rail industry for sure. So
Okay.
I would say sure, call it a cop out, but I would genuinely say Off the Rails would
That's
be
a
a
good one.
great
That is a good
like,
one.
TV show.
Harlee,
name.
what did you come up with?
So this sounds like a Hallmark movie, but I said
She wrote these down.
interchanging
I bet
personalities.
you watch Hallmark shows.
I actually
The Christmas
love
Hallmark
shows. You know
show.
why?
Christmas
Because
Hallmark
there's
is
no
good.
plot. That's my favorite kind of movie.
They're terrible, but
I love them. I don't care. Like,
they're
there's
so
ones-
bad that they're
perfect.
good.
Yeah.
So the interchanging personalities. I love that.
Changing personality.
So fancy.
I know,
You
right?
are bougie though. I would expect that.
Yeah, Harlee is extra bougie. You think I'm bougie?
Expect
No,
nothing
you're bad.
less.
You're both bad.
But it's because we grew up poor.
Yeah, she drives this nice Lexus.
I
got
didn't grow up
Swarovski
rich, like,
crystal in
I
her
bought that
office.
myself.
Yeah, like every time I go in her office, it's something nice.
God forbid a girl likes to have something nice in her office. You're just used to
Exactly.
my office that has like Play-Doh on my desk.
Are you still making something every single day?
No, I got too busy. I can't do
Okay,
Look what you did.
Okay.
Vegas.
continue.
What is your?
Wait, you didn't? Oh, was that the only one you had?
Or do you have more?
No, yeah, that's the only one that I had. But
Okay.
that made me think, this is kind of off like the record, but it made me think of, does anyone know what conjunction junction is?
I've heard of it.
Junction,
Yeah.
Does anyone-
what's your
Do you remember that?
Isn't
Yeah.
that video? It's like
Schoolhouse
Schoolhouse
Rock?
Rock.
All aboard
Yeah.
the choo-choo train.
Oh,
I
Choo
was-
Choo Soul.
This is the first time that I've known what somebody is talking about.
Yes.
Choo Choo
Reference-
Soul
Oh
with
my
Genevieve.
Finally.
This is so fun.
I
love
need that
being
in writing
included.
too.
Okay. Talking about names. Yesterday, I was reading over this little sheet because Tom is amazing and he prints out these amazing sheets for us about what, trying to keep us on track because we are who we are. And this was in the middle of my breakdown that I mentioned earlier. And he was like, what would be a good reality TV show name? And I was like, I don't know. Like, a lot of us have a lot of issues a lot of the time. And I was like, if you think you're at rock bottom, like it goes lower. And then I was like, hell has a basement. Like that might be really good. Like, I love it here and I love everybody here, but everybody here also is so confident and feels so secure sharing all of their like issues going on in their lives that it's like sometimes you come into work and you hear these stories and you're like, is this why we're all friends? Like, are we all in emotional
Trauma bond.
turmoil?
Where am I right
100%
now?
trauma bond for sure.
Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know.
That's good.
I think mine would either be derailed or the depot. Kind of
Why are these
like
all, I guess they have to
the
be
train related,
Okay.
and like a depot where everybody kind of meets up at, and derailed because of how unhinged we are sometimes with the Nerf wars, or just the loud yelling across the room, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it could fit that, but I don't know how many people would tune into that show. I'd watch us.
I feel like everybody would.
I think that you just have to like experience it like firsthand to know. Like
Mhm.
my mom, I go home and I tell my mom everything. And my mom's like, do you work? Is this a real place?
Do you have an actual
Do
job?
you guys actually work?
I was like, yes, I do. Like, this is my job. And my friends are like, I wish that I had your job. And I'm like, everybody wishes that they had my job.
Well, that's a good thing,
Literally.
though. Like, that's a good
Yeah.
thing, right?
Like, I love my job. I love it.
And it's funny that you even mentioned that too, because like I wanted to also know like what motivates you guys to keep showing up to work, even on those like tough days in itself.
I will say 1000% the people.
That's exactly what I said.
I can be hating my life, having the worst day of all time. And what I do when that's happening is I take a stroll around the office, and I'm very known for doing this. And I pop into literally everybody's office, and I will go, I sit, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And then they tell me, and they're like, what's up with you? And I'm like, well, like, hold
You start
on, because
unpacking
you're about to get a trauma
everything.
dump. And
Yeah.
But I do that to everybody. But it makes me happy. I like to talk to everybody. I like love to go into Tina's office and we like chit chat. And then I walk down to Tom's office, and then I walk down to Jess's office, and then I walk into Joe's office, and then my office is on the other side. So then I just go and then I sulk by myself again. But
Gotta
the
make your
people make
rounds.
it worthwhile. I
Oh,
love
God.
everybody here so
what about
much.
you, Harlee?
Yeah, definitely the people, the culture. It's just the fact that I can call my job fun.
Yeah.
In a sense, even when I'm talking to customers, I just enjoy it outright. And the people are so nice. Everyone's funny, kind, and everyone's so different. So when you come into work, it's not the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
There's always something new happening or something going on or new fun conversations going on. I have no complaints. I love my job.
Yeah, I like it too. What about you, Tom?
I think coming from a previous position that was a very toxic work environment, I've mentioned briefly in previous episodes about it as well, coming into a position like this where there is a very heavy push on company culture, it is that breath of fresh air of feeling like you have people's backs and they have your back as well. And so getting to be able to just walk around if needed. I mean, I do the exact same thing that Vegas does, where I'll make my rounds and check up on people, seeing how they're doing. It gets me out of my office a little bit. You know, I'm staring at a screen for like 8 hours a day. So I'm making sure that, you know, my eyes are doing okay. But it's that sense of camaraderie that was missing from those previous positions that I held going into this is really, really nice. And it feels, the best way I can describe it is homey. That's what I can describe it as. It's homey. It's home.
Yeah. Well, in reality, we spend more time here than we do at home. No,
we do. You're right. We genuinely do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also have a pretty generous off time policy, I think, compared to like.
Are you just boasting about yourself?
Yeah.
Or no, we do. I told Joe.
We have like 11 or 12 holidays and then like a week
We
or
do.
two
And we
of,
have
like,
Halloween
time
off, which is actually
Halloween is
so cool.
fun.
I've never had Halloween off at a job before,
Me
but
neither.
I was telling Joe, I was like, well, I'm planning on taking some time off in June and July. And he was like, well, go for it. Like,
Yeah.
you just graduated. Like, what are you doing? Like, go. And I was like, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we all start off with like 28 days or something like that of like time that you have available, you know, given the holidays, the time off and the paid time off and unpaid time off. I think, and, you know, the first year, like that's a lot of time off, which is, you know, it's good because it's like, we all understand that we're all so close here. We spend so much time, you know, to your point, spending more time here than we do at home. It's like, you also have to have a home life too.
Mhm.
I like that. I think for me, the biggest thing that keeps me coming in is I think I'm afraid that if I'm not here to kind of be that bad guy for everybody, to make them, hold them accountable to do their jobs in some way, that if one role gets slow, it might let another role down. And so it's kind of keep that cohesiveness together so that the team doesn't get let down as a whole. It's like to rein us all in a little bit. So that way the team itself is not let down.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like my biggest fear is like letting us all down. It's like, well, okay, well, I've got to kind of be on your ass about this, or I've got to get on this so-and-so about this. And it's like, I don't want to, but you know, if this role fails because we're so close knit and a lot of people rely on us to do a lot of the workloads for them, it's like, you know, we have to be held accountable and just kind of keeping us all to that standard. I think that's
definitely important.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so the next one is pressure on the front line. How do you stay calm when customers are stressed? Harlee, I think that's something.
Customers stress me out.
Yeah.
I feel like
but you don't show it though.
No, you don't. You're very calm.
You're very calm.
Like, if you took one look at me, you'd be like, ew. Like, don't get this wrong.
So how do you stay calm?
Initially always having a script, but it's okay to go off script.
Yeah.
I mean, adapting to that person's energy, maybe not matching it in a sense, because you don't want to kind of steer off the rails, no pun intended, but you want to be there for obviously what is stressing them out. And like I previously said before, having that humanity goes a long way with customers. So you don't have to match their stress in a sense, but just how can you make them more comfortable? How can you calm them in a sense? You know, that's different for everybody.
So just talking with people you think de-escalates you and kind of helping them walk through it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. What about you? I know you don't really have a customer heavy
anything
role.
about me say calm, really? And like, okay, so I will say that
Yes, on the surface, but no to those of us that know you.
Yes, exactly. So with customers, typically I don't really interact one-on-one with customers unless they are calling about like product orders and stuff. So I will help them out with that. But most of the time I have the information or can get it very easily. So I don't stress about it to them. But as soon as I hang up the phone, then I'm like, oh my God. But that's just because I'm me. However, I'm very much like, I don't like other people to stress or be worried. And I do that with, like I said, everybody here. So even if it's a teammate or a customer, it's like, well, what's upsetting you? What can I do to help you? Is there anything else going on that I can help with? Like, is it just this that you're upset about? Or is there anything else I could do? I don't know. I feel like it's easier for me to calm somebody down than it is to calm down myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about myself. I'm more so worried about them because I'll handle myself. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Everything works itself out too. Like, you just got to have faith. Like,
Which is also a good, good thing for customers to see. Like, And that's why it would be hard to be a customer service representative to me. It's like all the crap that they get over the phone, and it's like they still have to stay professional, and they hear 100 million angry people a day. It's like that takes a toll on people. So to be able to wear that
like
confidently,
serving.
like, oh, it's okay. Let me walk you through this problem. I think that embodies what we are, right? We just kind of usher people through stuff and help them through tough times.
I think being in the service industry just molded me to have that confidence with customers, though.
Same.
Because like just being customer face to face and upselling and dealing with the most random things that they say. And
one time
ask
a guy
for
told me,
things.
he goes, I was serving him, and I had told Joe about this previously because I know that I'm a very bubbly person and I am very expressive. I'm very whatever, but I was serving this guy and he was like, Vegas, I need to tell you something. And I was like, what's up? Like, what's going on?
Oh, no.
And he was like, I really hate the way that you talk and I think it's really embarrassing. And I was like, oh. And I was like,
I'm never serving you ever again.
I was
Ever
like,
again. You're cut off.
so
yeah, I was like, so do you want the beer or
What an
not? Like, that's
asshole.
not what I asked. I didn't really ask you about that. It's also 10 p.m. Like, can you just leave me alone?
Yeah,
Like,
I
was
would-
that
I
really
would
necessary.
Outright just recommended that he leave. Or I can grab someone in the back to make him leave.
Well, this was like a
because
prestigious place. I couldn't like be like,
I
that's
don't
why I could
care.
never
I'm
do
climbing
customer
over the
service.
counter and
Well, that's
grabbing,
why-
some chef who will not give two shits.
That's something that I do love about the rail industry, though, that I will say is that all of these like rail professionals, they can like each other out and scream and fight and whatever. And then the next day they're like, so I thought about what you said and I really do want to get the audit. And it's like, okay, great. So we were just overreacting for a second.
I
We're
love
cool
it.
now. Like
Yeah.
nobody has like hard feelings all the time towards somebody. They can be like rough and, not exactly the prettiest about it. But everybody gets the point. It's like, you're not hurting my feelings by speaking to me in a certain
Well,
tone.
I think a lot of the
Right.
thing is like there's so much pride in what we do with our hands that we sometimes, there's too much pride, right? Pride can be a downfall for a lot of people. And when they think about it, they're like, I don't need this. I've been doing it this way for however long, blah, blah, blah. And then once they calm down, the fact that they're open to it, that's kind of the biggest thing for people to kind of push through is like their egos is letting go of that, okay, maybe I don't know it all. Maybe I do need some help, right? And I think that ties into they care more about the betterment of their company and their employees and their coworkers rather than letting their ego sit up front. So I think that's kind of that big shift, and that speaks a lot to the industry. I think
It's difficult to teach an old dog new tricks.
Yes.
Definitely.
it was for sure hard to sell our services down south in like
Oh, yeah.
Louisiana,
People are stubborn
Galveston.
as
Like
hell.
it's just the good old boy system down there. It's, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. It's like, okay,
Well,
that's
it's
a
like,
hard
yeah,
thing to
broke.
get past. Yeah.
It looks pretty broke to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like looking
Well,
pretty broke.
Y'all
but-
killed somebody last year, so
Yeah,
it sounds
like,
broke.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, Tom, you got some more rapid fire questions.
You got it. Okay, so I wanted to see what's your go-to coffee order?
My go-to coffee order, just black Americano.
Americano. Okay.
He literally ordered an iced macchiato on the trip.
All right, thanks for throwing that out there.
You're welcome.
But Americano is probably my go-to.
Okay, cool. Vegas.
Good choice.
I would say that my typical is a caramel iced coffee or a vanilla iced latte.
Okay, that's not bad. Harlee.
I would either do a matcha or a dirty chai.
Oh my God, did I not say that
Ooh.
yesterday?
You did.
What'd
I
you
did.
say?
I said she's totally a chai girl.
Yeah,
yeah,
I love chai.
I can attest to that.
I
You did
love
say,
chai,
yeah, you
especially
do
with
say,
the shot of espresso in
ooh,
it.
give me a dirty
You
chai.
get
I
espresso in your
love it.
chai?
Yeah, that's what a dirty chai is.
Yeah, dirty chai.
You
I
just
Oh, I
think
didn't
that I
get
wanted
that
to
part.
say
I
it's
just
a
listened to
dirty
the part
chai.
that I guessed. I'm
was about
sorry.
to say it's good.
Tom,
no,
what's yours?
so I'm a mixture of I'll do like an iced caramel macchiato, or I will do a dirty chai.
Oh, love.
Yes. What is your biggest workplace pet peeve?
I think lack of enthusiasm
Mm-hmm.
is we all have tasks to do. And if somebody just, kind of does that, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm asking you to do something for the company that does something for the customer, which helps out the team. Like I get that, but we're also paid to be here. So like, let's do that. I think lack of enthusiasm is probably my biggest pet peeve.
Vegas.
When I'm presenting something on the board and this just says this one thing, and I will never tell her that it's my pet peeve, but she's going to find out, I guess,
Oh, no.
is she always interrupts me and she goes, hey, not to interrupt, but interrupting.
Yeah. That is
She does
funny.
it every
She
single
does
time.
do that a lot.
That is
Every single
funny.
time she goes, not to interrupt, but I'm interrupting. And I just go, of course, I love your opinion. I do love her opinion, but it's the fact that she says, not to interrupt, but interrupting. It's like, well, you're interrupting.
I think
so
she's just comfortable
talk.
to interrupt you.
I know, it's just to me, that's the thing.
hilarious.
But yeah.
Okay.
I think for myself, sorry, Joe, to throw you under the bus, but when you forget everything and
that is a big one.
It turns me into a smart. And I'm like, well, I mentioned that 2 weeks ago. How could you forget?
My memory has gotten so bad.
It really is.
And
bad.
it just keeps going downhill. My
I need
ultimate
to
goal is to
not
forget everything.
hold it against you at all. So
Yeah.
I'll work on that.
I think that has to do more or less with like, roadside bombs from Iraq and grenades outside the truck. I think that's kind of along those lines.
That's
but,
why I will not hold it against you.
Yeah, brain damage is a thing, but
that's what I say. I would say the war weathered him.
the war weathered. Yeah, I think I completely agree with you. I forget stuff at home all the time.
Mhm.
Jordan, she's always like, "Oh my god, I just told you this." It's like that's news to me.
Ethan does the same exact thing.
Yeah. All right, Tom. What about you? What's
Yeah,
your
no,
pet peeve?
it's kind of a mixture of all of it together, honestly. Like interruptions, which I unfortunately have a very bad habit of unfortunately doing without realizing that I'm doing it. And then I instantly remember, oh, you know what? I just interrupted you. I am so sorry. That's insanely rude of me. So at least I will apologize, which is good. But I tend to be bad at that at times, but also like, for forgetfulness of things. It's like, hey, I'm trying to organize myself out as much as I can. Please do the same.
Yeah.
So
It happens.
I would say that's like my two biggest ones, but there isn't many, at least I've got here per se. But I'm curious to know what is
what's this next question?
yeah what's the most
We were
used
kind of joking about this yesterday. I didn't know
Oh
it
my
was
God,
like a
yes.
real question.
I have great options.
Wait,
Yeah,
what is
like-
the next question?
What's the most used phrase that Joe says in the office?
Oh,
Yeah, what-
Okay, he goes, well, I'll let you do one. What are you going to say?
So mine is not really a phrase. I think you know where I'm going with this. It's not really a phrase, but it's a sound. For those who don't know, because I, edit the podcast, of course, Joe has there you go.
Cough drops.
Joe has a very bad habit of clearing his throat during the podcast.
Right into the
and-
microphone.
Yes. So I would
haven't
say,
even noticed you doing that.
oh, I notice every
I
single
noticed
time.
too.
He just said he was going to make like a
I started
montage of me
telling
doing
him
it.
every time he does it, and he was like, what? And I was like, do you not hear yourself?
I really don't.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know that he
That's
does it.
hilarious.
No, it's bad. And I'll try to remove him. Sometimes I'll leave it because there's only so much I can do. But like I
can't work miracles here.
I do a lot of removing of just and I'm sitting here. I'm like, you've got a drink right next
That's
to you
so
and
funny.
cough drops that we've specifically bought.
Water,
It's
coffee.
exactly the same every single time too. It's like not like you're clearing your throat differently. It's the exact same.
Oh, it drives me
That's
nuts.
so
My dad
funny.
used to do that.
Yeah.
And it was, I would always think like, what the hell's wrong with you? But he would tell a story, clear his throat and forget where he was going with the story. Like he would just stop mid sentence and it would be something, oh, I got
love
cut
that.
off in traffic and this asshole was coming around the corner. And then
love
what?
that.
What happened?
I wish you
He's
could
like, what are you
tell
talking
me.
about?
I would laugh. I would
It's
laugh.
worrying me. I'm getting there now. Okay, so mine is a sound thing.
Here's a sound. You're welcome.
That's funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Harlee, what is a phrase that apparently I say a lot? One of my pull string.
One, it's not like a word, but you'll go,
Oh, you do that a lot.
Okay,
exactly.
I got you.
You do that a lot.
That and if I hear KPIs or SOPs,
He does say
I will be falling
Oh my God,
asleep
that's so funny.
and I'll just hear, can you make an SOP? And I'll just be wide awake again.
There has to
Like
be
me when I-
structure. What is an organization without structure?
I've probably made, I don't know, 1 million SOPs since I
That's so
started
funny.
working here.
Okay. All right, Vegas.
Okay, so I have some. Well, actually, I think I have two. So one thing that Joe says is he'll say what you just said. You're like, all right. Or you're like,
All right,
all
yeah.
right.
That's
And
another one that I
another one
wrote
that he
down
says
with
is he goes,
sarcasm.
he goes, damn.
That's
You
so
do
good.
say that. I
That is
forgot.
so good. You do that. I didn't even think of that
Oh my
one.
God, that's hysterical.
And another sound that I'm going to give him that isn't really a sound that he makes, but I've come to realize that every single time he thinks I'm stalking him and I'm not. But I can hear the sound of him getting granola bars out of the snack room, and so he goes in there, and I hear, and I'm like, "Get out of the snack!"
Yeah,
You're scaring him out
we gotta
of
move
there.
your
I'm
office
like-
because
I'm
you
like, that's the
directly
second one
look
today.
straight- Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I've recently been liking the peanut butter ones." I said, "Is that the orange one?" You were like, "Stop, stop."
Let the man eat.
Thank
I
you.
have this wall stand now too.
I hope all of y'all see the abuse that I take.
I'm just
Okay.
a people watcher. I'm sorry.
Creep.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
All right. You have another one.
Yeah.
Couple more.
So if you had like a warning label on you, like if you were like a toy, for example, what would your warning label be?
I love this.
What would my warning label be if I wrote it for myself?
I guess so.
Should we do it for you?
I feel like, yeah, I feel like
I
we
did
could do that.
everyone. I did everyone in this room.
Oh
I
boy.
think my warning label to others would probably be may break at any point. Could snap.
You know what? That's fair.
Could snap.
Good snap.
Could snap.
Could be a great day.
Right.
Could be laughing. I don't know. Maybe piss me off. Could come at
Well,
you.
sometimes you think that you're gonna piss him off, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's so funny." I love it. I love. It could go either way. It makes my life more fun. It's like I have something to tell you, but I don't know how you're gonna react. And
It's a risk in
It
itself.
is a risk. It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
If I knew your reaction, well, I kind of now.
That would be boring.
I could predict, but it's kind of fun. It's like up in the air. It's like, well, I don't really know what's gonna go on today.
Let's see. Let's try and piss him off. Poke the bear.
Like
Let's
the day
see.
that-
Come on, do something.
Live it on the edge.
Sometimes you gotta poke the bear.
Okay.
Sorry.
Mhm.
What would your warning label be?
My warning label would say either like we'll talk your ear off, we'll burst eardrums, or I don't know. I think those two
May laugh too loud.
may laugh too loud. I have always had a really loud laugh. Apparently, I have
Makes
now
it more
been told that sometimes when I laugh, it sounds like a rich laugh. I'm like, ha ha ha.
It kind of does
She
sound
most
like a rich
definitely
laugh.
has like
I-
privileged
Yeah.
laugh.
No, I always had.
Like
I
laughs
always
and
got told
rich
that-
in subtitles.
It's like after each
Yeah.
haha is like a money sign.
Stop. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I laugh a lot. And I also laugh when I'm uncomfortable too. Is something that you'll notice.
Oh my gosh.
It's like whenever I'm like stressed or uncomfortable, I just start laughing because I don't know what else to do. Sometimes I have like little like panic attacks and I like start laughing and then I like just like the laughing slowly turns to crying.
I'm so sorry, but in the meetings that I find that so funny where you can tell you're uncomfortable and you're like, and it just goes
It's so
off.
embarrassing. I wish that I didn't do it, but like even I used to play softball and this one time I got hit by a pitch and it hit me
Oh.
like right in the knee and like it hurt real bad. And I just started laughing and they were like, "You look like a psychopath. Stop laughing." And I was like, I can't. I don't know what to do. Like,
All right, Harlee. What's
So I actually made one for everyone. So for Vegas, I thought of beware of being brutally honest.
ooh, that's true. I am also
Yeah.
very blunt and honest, and
I
I
like that.
probably will hurt your
To
feelings.
make it nicer, I said, careful, I sting.
Careful, I sting.
I sting.
Oh, sting.
Ooh.
Stink. I was like,
Why would I say that?
I don't know, but that's what I thought you said. I was like,
No.
I would have reacted a
that's
lot
a
differently. if
personal one.
For Tom,
Sting.
I said danger may trap you in conversation.
100%.
He
Yeah.
doesn't let you loose.
Yep.
For Joe, I said spontaneous outbursts of sarcasm.
You and I are very sarcastic.
Ooh.
I feel like I'm not.
You what? I feel like that's sarcasm right there. Like I can't ever tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
I can't tell if anyone's being sarcastic either. For myself, I was having a difficult time with this.
So you labeled everybody other than
Yeah.
yourself.
She's like, I don't have anything for myself, so screw you, screw you.
Yeah. So mine just says perfect.
So,
Mine says A minus.
It says A minus. What do I do?
So I asked Madison, and she said, approaches you like you're in trouble.
Yeah,
You do that. She's like, can I schedule a meeting with you? I'm like, for what?
you do kind of give like fifth grade teacher person.
Oh my gosh,
You
I've gotten
do.
that before.
You do.
Yeah.
You get
Madison
fifth
said
grade
principal.
math teacher.
Yeah,
No, fifth grade math.
Fifth
Yeah.
grade math.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Thank
like
you.
spot on.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Even-
fifth
even
grade
eighth
That's a
math.
great compliment because I hate math.
disciplined
Why is that a compliment,
and like
then?
straight to the point.
I feel like you hate math.
Because
Because
Teacher.
if you hate math, wouldn't you hate the teacher?
No,
no, I
Oh.
mean,
dude, I loved my fifth grade.
I
teacher.
still liked
I
school.
was in love with my fifth grade teacher.
Okay,
That's a
talking
good looking
about-
woman,
That's
Oh
insane.
my god.
dude.
jail.
Right to jail.
But
You did that so perfectly.
just full silence.
Jill.
But I asked Ethan, and he said, Ethan's my boyfriend, by the way. Best person I've ever met in my entire
shut
life. He said it has to be something bossy. And I was like,
I
okay.
don't really feel like you're that bossy.
That's what I said. So he said, do it right or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
I said, that is not how I act at work. That's only how I act with you.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's pretty spot on.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think so.
I disagree.
Agree to
Jeez.
disagree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. That could be your first. That could be yours.
Mm-hmm.
We'll most likely disagree with you. You're opinionated, but in a good way, like in a strong way. You're
that's
very
a good thing.
strong-minded.
I always think that everybody
You
should
give a
have
lot
opinions.
of pushback, and it's
Yeah.
healthy.
You
I
should.
think.
That's a good thing.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Bully. Just kidding.
What was yours, Tom?
Will yap your ear off for hours.
Yeah.
And I think that's
That's real.
unapologetically.
Vegas is her sound. I think is an ope.
Oh,
If we hit a
Yeah.
speed bump, oh,
Okay,
oh.
well, no,
If she's
I
walking,
said
that
the
is
this-
such an Ohioan
I
thing.
said this to
I-
Joe, and he
she
thought
says
that
"ope" all the time.
I said oop. I said oop.
And oh,
And well, then he said, well, I don't say oop. Like nobody else says oop. And I said, well, okay, well, picture this. You're in a grocery store and you have your cart and you
Visualize
accidentally
it.
like are about to run into somebody. What do you say? You go, oop, sorry.
No, you say "excuse me," or "I'm sorry."
I would say, oh,
Exactly. I would say, oop, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
let me squeeze past you.
Yeah, seriously.
No.
Well,
I'm
that's
going
what
to say,
you
oh no.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. Oh, my bad. Any of
That's
those.
just common
Comfort coming
courtesy.
out.
I think oh is just a reaction to
I say
that prior
I say
interaction.
to everything though.
I
Like
don't
it's
think
my
I've ever said
reaction to a
oop.
lot of things.
Yeah, I don't think you did either because it did not sound normal coming out of your mouth.
It's ope.
Yeah, you literally go, he goes, oop, and I go,
Oop.
oop. It's like not like an oop, it's like oop.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it is a Midwestern thing.
It's my
Definitely.
Grammy does it a lot. My Grammy's always like, oop, oop, oop. And I think that's where I got it from.
Okay, do you hear it? Yeah, we all do
It's
too.
so fun too.
I love it.
We got to wrap it up and actually get back to work. We have stuff to do. But I think all of our viewers and listeners got to know Harlee and hear Vegas again. And of course, now you can see Tom.
You can see me again.
Got new cameras. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching and take care. If you liked this episode, please consider giving us a 5-star rating and leave a review on what you thought about it. It goes a long way. Make sure to click that notification bell so you're always up to date whenever we release a new episode. For those watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode with people who you feel would benefit from this show. Until next time, we'll see you soon on The Switch Point.
The views, opinions, and positions expressed by hosts, guests, contributors, and commenters on this podcast are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or positions of Axiom Rail Services or any employee, affiliate, or organization associated with Axiom Rail Services. The appearance of guests, the publication of contributed content, or the discussion of any products, services, or viewpoints does not constitute an endorsement by Axiom Rail Services. Opinions expressed belong to the individuals speaking.